Yeah, so all children do have painful feelings, and we've seen them. Just because they're small doesn't mean their feelings are small. And so a child can have a heartbreak because you didn't come to pick them up fast enough, or because you were 5 minutes late, or because you left the room, or because the peas were touching the carrots on their plate of food. And it seems silly to us. It seems like not a big deal at all, and it should not be a problem. And yet it is a problem for that child. And it's a big emotional upheaval. And in fact, their feelings are real. And they don't know everything about what's going on in the world, but they're very sensitive to what's going on in their world. And so if parents are fighting each other, they're very sensitive to that. If parents are upset by what they see in the news, even if they don't understand it, they're very upset about that. And so children have big feelings, and as parents, it's very important not to say, oh, don't be ridiculous, and you shouldn't feel that way, and what do you have to be sad about? And because these are real feelings. And we would hate it if somebody said that to us. You call your friend and say, oh, I had a bad day. It's like, oh, you think you had a bad day? That doesn't feel good. Right? We really need to be supported and held in all of our feelings, whatever we're feeling. And the other thing is that the big things happening in the world, children do have a sense of them. There was a story, I was in Washington, D.C. years ago, and there had been a series of shootings there. And there was a mother who told me afterwards, after it was all resolved, she said that she made up a game with her daughter, who was 5. She said, my daughter didn't know anything about it. She never watched the news. We never had the news on. We never talked about it in front of her. She didn't know anything about it, but we had this game where we would run from the car into a store because everybody was doing that then, because you never knew where this shooting might happen. And so it was a terrible situation. And she said she made it a game. Her daughter loved this game. It was really fun. And then I don't remember how much time goes by, a couple of months go by, and she hears on the news, the mom hears on the news that they caught these shooters. And she yells to her husband, they caught the shooters. And her daughter says, does that mean we can stop playing that game? Right? So just because we think they don't know what's going on doesn't mean they don't know what's going on. They pick up everything.